Good evening, EagleNick Audits. I am EagleNick, and we are live once again at the Eagle's Nest. It is a very lovely evening. How is everyone doing? The TC, the Tuxedo Cat, has came down here with me. I have to watch it or they'll be trying to go down toward the road. Here comes little Ben Jr. Come on, little Ben Jr. Let's go back up here, baby. What's up, Mr. Thomas? We are back at the Eagle's Nest. I'm trying to get cats back up here away from the road. They're trying to take off and do some running. Been a long day today. Did a lot of riding. Got a lot of rain. How are you doing today, Mr. Thomas? Just sitting out here enjoying the sounds. Hello, Poland. How are you doing? Yeah, no, it is. We all knew it was coming, though. It's just a matter of time because they've tried every way under the sun to keep Donald Trump off the ballot. They tried everything they could while he was the president to destroy the man with all the stuff they let go on. You know, from the burning stuff in the streets the day he was inaugurated till right up at the very end. They didn't cease. It just kept going. There was turmoil all over the United States. It was the Democrats who funded all of it. Yeah, they blamed it on Donald Trump. I want to show you something I've just noticed. My mother's yellow rose of Texas has bloomed 2 more roses. And it bloomed one right before my birthday. Now it bloomed 2 more. But this bush has been here for a very long time. It's a yellow rose of Texas. Now, I thought it was only going to bloom one rose this year, but because it usually, when it blooms, it'll bloom 3 of them at a time. But this year, there was only 1 bloom on my birthday, April the 29th. Now here we are this far into July, and there is 2 blooms. Yes, sir, my mother could really grow some roses and all different types of flowers, all different types of plants. She had a bunch of red roses that growed over here by these cannons. And she had a big rose bush that was right over here, they've all done died off. Look, this right here is poke salad. I'm pretty sure that's poke salad. A lot of the older people would eat poke salad. Hopefully one day I can get a hold of a lawnmower and try to get this stuff cut down. My lawnmower died out year before last, and last year my little brother would let me use a lawnmower to keep it mowed down. But I guess he's just been real busy this year. He does mowing himself, goes out and mows. But I've not had the money to get no daggum lawnmower. I ain't got no goats to eat it up. But them cicadas. Hello, explorers. How are you doing? My day was great. I went out to the Hag Mill Lake Reservoir Park and did an excellent live stream out there showing everybody the lake, the reservoir rather. I didn't actually go around the trail to the lake. But before I left, after I had finished my live stream, there was a gentleman that came in on a kayak, had been out there fishing. He had caught a 17-pound flathead catfish, and I actually got the video and uploaded it while I was waiting on the live stream to process. Now that's my neighbor's dog down here that gets out in that road, and cars flies up and down this road. It is just a miracle that it has not got killed. Because, I mean, they come up and down this road like they are on the interstate. I'm going to try to see if I can stay live where I can show you a speed limit sign, but it may kick off because I'm on my Wi-Fi at my house. But see, this is my property up here, my family. The trail on the corner of my property. And I just lost the live stream there for a minute. I hope that the video will stay all right and that the audio won't get too bad. Here is the sign, 25 miles an hour. Now this sign is a little old and beat up where people's come throwed stuff at the sign. You can see there's spots where they about knocked the black paint off the numbers or the stickers. If that's paint or stickers, they about knocked it slap off of there. We come by so many times throwing beer bottles and stuff hitting that sign. But this is the trailer on the corner where I was actually at when I was arrested. We've got the yard sort of mowed down here. My brother did, but he didn't offer to let me use his lawnmower. So now I've lost my internet again there a minute. So I'm going to try to head back up here. There is no old ladies to punch there, Mr. Staying Off the Grid. I would punch that sign right there, but somebody done been beating it with bottles. Now look, you can see the moon is out. They've always said there was a man in the moon. And, you know, That's right. You never know until it's too late. But these cars comes out this road, they'll be doing 50 mile an hour headed north. Coming up, I'm going to go real slow, so hopefully the video won't get garbled. Headed toward that stop sign. Now, the speed limit is 25. Yep, they'll be doing 50. And if that poor little dog ever happens to be out here in the road, it is going to get killed. Now, this is where somebody stopped out here and did a burnout late at night one night. You can tell it does not have a positive traction rear end. It only left one black mark. Now, this is a fella I used to work with for Crutchfield Jr. right here. Mr. Felipe. That is my Hispanic friend, Felipe. Now, I worked for him when I worked for Drennan Crutchfield Jr. Now, I've got a bunch of cats coming and running, so I need to get back up this way. This one in the middle here is a mother cat. She has 4 kittens rather, not cats. They will be. Look at little gray baby over here playing. Look, here comes one. Going a lot faster than 25, and they're already on the stop sign. You know, but that is nothing compared to some of them coming up and down through here. Like some idiot comes headed south from the stop sign there, headed south on a motorcycle. He'll be doing 90 mile an hour by the time he comes by my driveway. Now, if that little black dog was to come out in the road and he ran over it, it would kill that dog. And very likely, that dude on the motorcycle would get his neck broke because he would hit it so hard that it would cause him to go end over end the handlebars and very likely could end his life. You know, they don't think about the obstacles that gets in their way. Some people calls them obstacles. EagleNick calls them obstacles. Hello, Calgary Community Watch. Hey, I would like to ask everyone, if you would please check out Calgary Community Watch. A very, very good YouTube channel. Now, Calgary has videos with all kind of different military type machinery and vehicles that the police uses in Calgary that is more like weapons that you would see the military use than you would normally see a police department use. I mean, it is pretty intense. So y'all make sure y'all check out Calgary Community Watch. Hey, EagleNick guarantees you will not regret it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe Calgary's videos. Look at my sticker. It's done wore a slap off here. It says, "Let's pray for America." And you will see, you know what kept EagleNick safe during the pandemic? That right there, that's a piece off a brand new Coca-Cola t-shirt. Now, I cut strips and I hung one on my door and on the trailer on the corner door because my brother was staying there. And I prayed over it and asked it for the Lord to bless us and protect us from all manner of evil, harm, and foul before the pandemic actually started. It signifies the Passover, when the death angel passed over the Israelites while Egypt was going through all the plagues. Hello, Michael. How you doing there? Jesus loves us all. That's one thing about the Lord. The Lord is not a respecter of persons. No matter how many people hate on old EagleNick, all this, I know that the Creator loves me no matter what. No matter how many times I let him down, I may stumble or fall. He is always there to hear my call, and the same to everyone. He does not care that you don't have any money. For what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world, yet lose his own soul? But I'm going to be quiet for a minute. I want you to listen to the sounds I hear. Can y'all hear all them cicadas and the different birds? Well, no, actually, I ended up seeing them when I went back to Providence to go eat supper. Actually, when I got nearly up there, I realized that there's one of the guys that comes up there to Providence to eat that more than likely Chef Ben had stopped by his house on his way back, and that's exactly what he did. See, that's what I'm saying. He has a cell phone, but it does not have no service, no internet, no phone service. It's not a government phone. He just uses it on the internet connection here at the house, or places where the free public Wi-Fi, air quotes, that the citizens of Dalton and Whitfield County is paying for the city of Dalton to use the internet, and they break us off a little piece of it and call it free public Wi-Fi. But this is my Sheba. This is the mother cat to 2 of the kittens, and Tigger, she has 4. But he had stopped off at Billy's house, and they had sat and watched, let's see what he said, Bonanza all day. See, but I didn't know. I was worried. I thought he might have run off in the reservoir and got drowned. And then when I got close to the house, I seen where something had happened in the middle of the highway, just north of where I always recorded them Dalton police officers sitting running radar. If you're familiar with my YouTube channel, I've not seen them there in a long time. It's like they don't want to park there anymore. But I'd seen in the middle of the highway where something had happened. It looked like maybe somebody on a bicycle had got run over and the bicycle, some kind of metal got dragged across the highway up through the northbound lane and then over into the center lane, the turning lane, and it had dug a groove in the road. I mean, a pretty big groove, so it just scared me. It made me think that maybe he had got run over, and I didn't know. I was worried for about 6-7 hours because it'd been that long since I seen him. I kept saying while I was doing that live stream, well, I don't know what happened to Chef Ben unless he got lost out through there. I said, you know, there ain't but two ways to go. You either keep coming or you turn around. But he never actually came all the way to the reservoir. He got there on the dam by the bypass and came across, but he never came on out the trail. He just turned around and went back and went to Billy's house and sat there all day watching Bonanza. I guess he likes them Cartwrights. Yeah, it was. I was worried about him because I didn't know what happened. I thought maybe when I seen that in the road where it looked like something had got run over, I thought, well, maybe the Dalton Police Department saw him and thought it was me and had run him over. I mean, it wasn't nothing like that, but I didn't have a clue because I just couldn't figure out where he went. Now, if he had a known that little library, that they had one of them there out at the Hagmill Lake Park. He loves to get the books out of them little libraries and read them, and then he puts them back in there. He also goes up to the Whitfield County Library and checks out books because he is an avid reader. Now, EagleNick used to do a lot of reading, but I really don't do nothing now other than reading a couple of the liberal rag newspapers from around here, the Dalton Daily Citizen and the Chattanooga Times Free Press. Now, I call them liberal rags because they were both bought out by the same media company, that where the only time you ever see anything about Donald Trump, it is all negative. But every time you see anything about any Democrat, no matter how bad it is, they try to put a positive spin on it. You know, they try to say, it ain't what you think it is, it's what we tell you it is. Well, thank you so much, Steve. I really appreciate you. Guess what? My name is actually Steven. But I try to cover a little bit of everything. And I pray that you'll be watching my videos and my shorts. And when you do, that you will let the ads play so that I can make a few pennies every time the ads play, because I have super chats and super thanks and super stickers, but I do not ask anyone for money. All I ask is people to watch the videos and the shorts and let the ads play. That way I get paid a few pennies for each ad from YouTube. You know, it took me a long time. Well, my YouTube channel is just a little over 7 months old. But I would have already reached the threshold of 4,000 watch hours if I had not have deleted videos 3 different times. The 3 different times combined, I had lost 1.8 million short views and 1,800 watch hours. But now I'm not bragging. It's all because of you. Y'all. All of my loyal and faithful subscribers and everyone who watches my YouTube channel. In the last 28 days, I have received 8.7 thousand watch hours in the past month. You know, so if I hadn't have been, I could have been at 0 and would have still been over double what I had to have. And that's all because of we, the people. Because I've said before, What I do not do just for me. I also do it for you. I try to stand up for everyone's rights because it is so wrong when our government, our public servants, no matter what their office, from city, county, state to federal, when they violate our constitutional rights, they are slapping us in the face while at the same time they are dragging the United States Constitution through the mud. It's like they say, oh, we all for the Constitution until you try to exercise your rights. Yes, sir, I love to fish. I don't really do no hunting. I'm more like Elmer Fudd. I say, shh, be very quiet. I'm hunting crappie tracks. I like to fish. I used to be a real avid fisherman, but I have got, since my wife passed away, for the first 4 years, I didn't never go, and I didn't really ever get my fishing license because I'd always, before I got married, I fished alone. But after I got married in 2007, me and my wife would fish together. And the last time we went fishing, we were tied up on the amount of fish we caught. And I know it's going to sound crazy, but I would feel guilty about wanting to go fishing because my wife had passed away. And I just thought that I just felt guilty thinking if I went and caught a fish, that I would actually have caught more than she had when she wasn't able to fish since she had passed away. I just have some little things about me like that it might be weird to some, but it's not weird to me. I try to remember how it was when we would go fishing, and I just know it's not the same. Now, I have bought my fishing license this year, but I have only went a couple of times. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She passed away February the 19th of 2019. So this coming February, it'll be 6 years. Now, where I did that live stream today up at Hagmill Lake Reservoir, that reservoir has got some monster fish in it, but so does Hagmill Lake. Now, the little short video that I uploaded, I think it's 3 minutes and 33 seconds long, where I started out on the Mill Line Trail off of Chattanooga Road that led to Hagmill Lake Park Reservoir. I thought about trying to go do some fishing in Mill Creek. See, that's why it's called the Mill Line Trail, because it runs down Mill Creek. Mill Creek runs into Hagmill and comes out of Hagmill. But I was thinking about going up there and fishing for some of them giant carp. There's some 100-pound carp in Mill Creek. There's some big old giant blue cat and channel cat and mud cat and probably flatheads too. Big old bass and crappie. Plus the creek is so much smaller. You know, that reservoir, it's massive. Now, they built the reservoir in 1994, but the Hagmill Lake Park part was only built within the past 10 years, I would say. Now, I'm not for sure. It may be a little less than that. But, you know, when the Hag Mill Lake would flood, they would be a lot of the fish washed down into the reservoir. So, it ended up getting a whole lot of big fish in there. So they've been fish getting washed over when it would flood. Like I said, the reservoir was built in 1994. So for 30 years, there has been fish getting washed down from the lake into the reservoir. Now, I've seen some type of fish, I'm assuming that it would be carp, laying out there in the reservoir back 3 or 4 years ago in the summer, that they would look as big as a telephone pole, and they look like they would be 12 foot long, so I assume that they are carp. But it could be some big old giant catfish. But once again, everybody, y'all should check out Calgary Community Watch. You will see them chatting in here. They have an excellent YouTube channel. Content that I'm sure you will like, especially if you like military type vehicles. And also another one is Mad Lab Press. Now, Mad Lab Press does a lot of videos using flying a drone. Now, I've had a drone before, but I never could figure out how to fly it. And that was actually before or right when I started my YouTube channel putting content on it. I've had a YouTube account for 12 years, but I only started putting content on it. The very the very first video that I ever recorded that I put on YouTube, other than the one of me singing along with Jason Aldean, was December the 23rd of 2023, when I had witnessed the Dalton Police Department violating a homeless girl's First Amendment rights to free speech and her Fourth Amendment rights by making her identify herself. And also her 14th Amendment rights, which grants us all equal protections. But yeah, Mad Labs, they got some good drone footage. Mad Labs does a lot of collabs where he goes out with a True North Transparency. Now, True North has a very good channel. And also, I think that you should check out, and you won't regret it, Eastern Arkansas Transparency. If you will look at my subscriptions on my YouTube channel below in between my videos and my live streams, you can see all of my subscriptions. They are public where everybody can view them. And I have some real good channels. Another excellent one that always makes me laugh is Flex Your Freedoms. Hey, I love you, Flex. I hope you're doing all right. And I hope Grandma is as well. I hope she is still as hornly as always. And I hope you're keeping an eye out for them women's. EagleNick audits. Seen a few pretty women's out there today at Hag Mill Reservoir. I tried not to live stream them, but there was a few that the way I was already looking when they ended up coming into view, well, I just wasn't going to try to turn my camera around real fast, but that causes it to distort the video, and cause it to go garble, garble, sound like it's the hamburger from the old McDonald customers talking instead of EagleNick. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like I said, but why check out Calgary Community Watch and check out my subscriptions. You'll see a bunch of real good YouTube channels on there if you would take the time to check them out. Now, but why, if you don't mind, when you watch my videos and my shorts and the ads come on, I would really appreciate it if you would let them play, because I receive pennies. It ain't a whole lot, but I don't actually know. It may not be 20, 30 cents to 50 cents, depending on how long the video is and how many ads is on it. But now I've got super chat, super thanks, and super stickers. And I've had people do it themselves, because I do not ask them to actually give me super thanks and send me money while we're on a live stream. But I do not ask for money. All I ask for is the people to let the ads play. That way I receive a little pay from YouTube because of the ads. Because I know there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of money, but still likes to watch videos. Cool, Calgary, man, I love that. I would love it more than anything in this world if Flex would send me one and let me be a member of the Butt Crack News Network, because he ain't lying when he says he only does the real news and not the fake news like CNN. I love Billy Buttcrack with the Butt Crack News Network. I love Grandma. I love Flex Your Freedoms. Flex is one of the first YouTube channels I subscribed to, but he just cracks me up so much that I get to laughing so hard sometimes that I don't hear what is said. I hope that he will eventually find Ming Ling. I've not really been pursuing the freak that I seen at the post office, because I do believe they're keeping the freak hid out. Now, the freak EagleNick saw was 3 foot tall, 6 foot wide, had 2 noses, and he was farting lasers. See, if you see him, you better watch out. I do believe that they are keeping him hid out somewhere, maybe inside City Hall, because it is a massive, expansive building. Who knows, they could even have him in the basement. Yeah, I love Grandma. Grandma cracks me up. But I love it when he says he's with the Butt Crack News Network. We only report real news. Well, I love y'all. I'm going to get ready to go to bed here in a minute. I just wanted to say good night to everybody and let everybody know to check out Calgary Community Watch and to check out all of my subscriptions. You will find a bunch of some of the best videos, auditors, constitutionalists, and people who tell the truth no matter what anybody thinks. One of those happens to be Walk, Don't Run. Now, Walk, Don't Run covers everything to do with Joe Biden and the Democrats. So if you will watch it, I can guarantee you will not regret it. Once again, before I go, if you hadn't already, EagleNick would sure appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. Also, to remember, turn on notifications because you never know where I will be doing my next live stream. We never know the next time that EagleNick audits will run in to someone from the Dalton Police Department. We never know what they are going to have to say to EagleNick audits. Now, EagleNick always gives the same respect that he is given. And that's the way it'll always be, just as long as I'm living. I love you all. You have a good night. But most of all, don't forget to fight. Stand up for the Constitution and the red, white, and blue. Because the Constitution is all for you, for me, and you. This is EagleNick Audits. I am EagleNick, and I'm out.